video is just to hang out with you as you try to fall asleep or relax. So if you're laying in bed, just imagine me sitting in the other side of your bed, just in a non-creepy way. I'm sorry, I'm joking. I should really stop joking in my ASMR. But I just wanted this to be really casual. I know that some of you might be waiting for the book reviews video, and it's coming, but things have just been really hectic around here. So, noise-wise, I don't really have the patience at the moment to do the book video, which I'll get to soon enough. But if you make ASMR, you might relate to this, but sometimes other types of videos just take a little bit less brain capacity, which this does, for sure. And I have to be a little bit more focused and remember the book synopsis and my opinions on them. So it usually takes a little bit more focus for me to get those right. So we're just doing a little casual hangout tonight, if that's okay. Okay, good. As you can see, the screen is going dark every time as well. So I have to keep scrolling every now and then to get it working again, but that's okay. I have nothing planned that I wanted to talk with you about. It's going to be the most mundane, boring stuff because I do want you to doze off. So, yeah, I don't know. Someone said I should write it down on a notepad or something when I'm filming to have talking points, and I do that if I think it's important to remember certain things, but usually it's just silly little things that, I mean, it doesn't really matter all that much. I just kind of want to speak from the heart, and yeah. What I do want to say though, if you're trying to fall asleep and you are feeling restless or anxious or are overthinking, I want to share a few techniques with you that may be useful, maybe not, but what I like to do is noting. So, firstly, I view my breath as an anchor. So every time I get distracted in my thoughts or something like that, I try to pull my attention back to my breath, and you could do the same by just focusing on your nostrils and feeling the air passing in and passing out. Passing through. Going in, going out, passing through. So, this really helps me because it's a point in my face I can focus on and don't follow the air inside, but just around the entrance, basically. And be aware of the temperature. Is it colder going in and warmer going out? And what's the tempo, and without trying to change anything. That is always so helpful to me. You can also draw your focus back to my voice if you feel like you're drifting away or the thought is making you drift away. The noting to me is taking notes of thoughts and feelings as is without attaching too much meaning to it. So it creates a little distance. So when I have a thought, I'll become aware of it and think, oh, thought, it's a thought. Or when it's a feeling, I'll say, oh, a feeling. I say that in my mind, then I can kind of let it go. If you're a visual thinker, it can also really help to then visualize the thought, you know, being on a cloud and drifting by, or in a stream of water, and the thoughts are the leaves passing by. You can just put them all there and watch them go and refocus on your breath or on my voice. So I would suggest you try that during this video. Hopefully it will help you a little bit. Just thought I'd share that. I would love to do some more guided meditations and guided sleep practices, etc. But like I said, said, some videos just take a little bit more presence, brain cells, you know. I want to be a little bit more clear-headed myself before I film those and upload them for you. So, I am in my pajamas. It is the afternoon and there is a storm outside, so the weather has been not so lovely. It's been switching around a lot here. I do like a rainy day from time to time, but it's been gray and cloudy for a few days, and that always makes me, I feel a little bit dreary too if the weather's dreary, you know. But I find that the best thing I can do is just give into it and make it as cozy as I can. So I lit some candles and turned on the vibe lamp, which is amazing. This is a lamp that can change color, obviously, and it's also voice activated, which is nice because my Alexa will turn it on and off for me when I say turn on lamp or turn off lamp. I'm always careful saying her name out loud. But my friend, she has a Google device in her house and you can name the lamp. And she called it clothes. So she says clothes on, clothes off when she turns on and off her lamp, which is so funny to me. And I just think about that all the time. I wish that Alexa could do that, but I don't think she can. I'm also sipping on tea in this big mug. If you're laying down, with the phone down, it's a big white mug. And it says, Mrs. Always Right. Which is wrong on so many levels because I'm not a Mrs. and I'm definitely not always It's directed by Kenny Ortega. The choreographer is great, and he also dances in the movie, which I love. But I have been and forever will be a big old High School Musical fan, especially High School Musical 2. That one had a chokehold on me that I will never be able to describe. I came across a diary from, like a journal from 2011. No, not 2011. I also think that the first one came out earlier than 2009. Either way, I think I was 10 or 11 when I had a phase where I would watch High School Musical every day. And I mean it. I have the proof in my journal. I wrote, watched High School Musical 2. Watched High School Musical 2 for, I think, 6 or 7 days in a row. I just loved it so much. Must have been the saturation and the romance. But yeah, it's funny because my brother also really likes it. The music is fire. And okay, if you haven't seen the movies, the first one, main character, Troy and Gabriella, they meet on vacation, snowboarding, like they're in a lodge, and there's a New Year's party, and there's karaoke there, and they get paired up together to do karaoke, and they're all surprised and shocked that they've been chosen. And they start singing together, and sparks fly, okay? Sparks fly. It's beautiful. They sing the start of something new, which is so nicely done. Nicely done. Then they exchange numbers by the end of it, and that's it. They haven't seen each other since. Until winter break is over and school starts again. Troy goes into class. It's drama class. Miss Darbus, their teacher. She is a strict woman, okay? And suddenly, he's talking to his basketball friends because he's a basketball player, and Gabriella is known to be very smart and intelligent and a science girl. But they sang together, something that they both normally don't do. But he's in class talking to his basketball buddies about, training, winning a game, all that good stuff. Until Gabriella walks in, and he sees her, and he's like, what? So he's trying to figure out if it's really her. But class has started, so he grabs his phone and he calls her just to make sure that the phone will ring on her end. And it does. So Miss Darbus takes everyone's phones, gives everyone who pulled out their phone detention. And, that's kind of how they start getting in touch. And the movie is all about stereotypes, breaking your stereotypes, like those roles in high school that you've been assigned, especially in those early 2000s movies. That's such a thing of, you have the nerds, you have the geeks, the musical people, that kind of stuff, the skaters. And yeah, I just really, really like the message behind it. I still do. My brother's also a big fan, and we often talk about how impactful High School Musical 2 can still be the story. Because in High School Musical 2, Gabriella and Troy, they fall in love, it's all fun. And they all get summer jobs at this resort. And he starts, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it. Like, I'll do a ramble specifically about High School Musical someday if you want to. But, he gets all these extra things and all this extra attention and all these opportunities has seen it too. The ones that I'm the most close with, we've all grown up together, so we share the passion for High School Musical. But what I wanted to get to was the chokehold that High School Musical 2 specifically had on me. Guys, I had High School Musical 2, I had a Troy and Gabriella Barbie from the first scene of High School Musical 2 when they're in class and she's wearing the white little bolero thing with the pink and white floral camisole top, and the shoes with the same colors. And Troy's, he has this polo t-shirt that's a navy blue and a turquoise. Like, they were wearing that. One of my friends bit off Troy's head once though, so he's not around anymore. Sorry for sharing that. Feral child she was, but I'm kidding. She was okay, but she was just a really big fan of Troy, and I can't blame her. I also had this High School Musical magazine that had all this like extra information. I knew all the choreographies. I will dance with you to High School Musical 2 songs. Especially everybody, like All for One, it's called the final song, where even Miley Cyrus pops in there as well. She's dancing in the background. But I love that dance so much. I watched all the like behind the scenes things and the rehearsal days and interviews and whatnot. I was also one of those people who was really upset when Sharpay, so Ashley Tisdale and Zac Efron kissed in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, where they were different characters, but I was so upset over that. It's so funny how as a child you are so sucked into those worlds, and they are so vivid and real, and I love those memories. It's just something really comforting to watch now, and especially when I'm crocheting, I'm not really focused on the screen, so you know, watching a movie that I've already seen before, I often do that for comfort. It's just really nice. It's very grounding for some reason. I don't know. I wonder what your go-to movie is. I also really, really like Camp Rock. But that's, you know, I have different memories from that, because I think that when the second one came out, it was definitely a bit older. But I remember the first one was around the time, I think, that High School Musical 2 came out. I think that those kind of went at the same time. I could be so wrong, but that's okay, because you're sleeping. I mean, unless Kenny Ortega and the director of Camp Rock are watching my ASMR video right now, then I don't know. Hi, big fan. Love your work. But yeah, I said this in my Dutch ASMR video, but ASMR really often makes me feel nostalgic, and in Dutch it's times 10. I think that that's because of the intimacy and the coziness of it all, and it reminds me of being at a sleepover and talking in the night with friends, or my parents telling